A Sangre Grande teenager carefully researched, chronicled, and executed a suicide like a scene from a thriller movie, which police initially thought was a homicide. Okay, we have photos of her. Right, the deceased was identified as Nicole, Uche, Nweze of Coalmine, Sangre Grande, a former student of St Joseph Convent. And they found her with her hand duct taped and her mouth duct taped, her forehead and close clip on her nose and whatnot. But, you know, I spoke to her mother, yeah? I spoke to her mother. Remember when I spoke to her mother, this is what her mother had to say when she saw Nicole. Get that part for me. And, in fact, ladies and gentlemen, this is what her mother had to say. Go ahead.
My daughter's room.
Yeah, so you're now building up on everything. Yeah. Okay, I understand that. And what exactly happened? Tell me.
Even everything scattered. I said, what's going on? Like everything scattered here. He tell me, Mommy, look at Nicole on the floor.
Wow.
And she dead. I said, what? Nicole dead?
And she was found across there?
Yeah, on the floor here.
On the floor right here?
Yeah, on the floor here. On dead. I said, and her mouth was.
We started because children live in certain environments that things could drive them to do things. Yeah? And it's something that it is a wake-up call, and I would like social services to visit the last sibling there in that house. Like, seriously. I got information from, in fact, a conversation she had with her father who resides abroad. In fact, her mother that you're seeing there that day threw her clothes out, and that is how she left. Look her clothes on the ground there. Threw her clothes out. Look her clothes on the ground. A couple of weeks ago, she stayed by relatives or friends or whoever. So there was a story going on because she wanted to leave. She wanted to get out from her mother's. She think that she was not happy because she spoke to her dad. And this is what she told her dad in a conversation. Yeah, this is before she died, before she committed suicide. This is what she said. Go ahead. It's about come back to me. It's about 6 minutes, and I want to play it out and then go back with his sister. Go ahead.
What's wrong with your mom?
I don't know. She just.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, you shouldn't worry yourself so much. You got a place to stay now?
Yeah.
Okay, by weekend, because I don't have money now. I'm going to get money before Friday. I'll send you some money. You have to stay there temporarily again. The reason is because if you go to Tobago, you're going to look for a house. You have to sign an agreement or some kind of thing. You can't really be living in an apartment because you don't have much time to stay there. You understand? I don't know how any mother should be desperate enough to treat her own child like this. So even if I'm dead, this is how she will treat you. This is what she was doing to other people when they came here. Instead of calming down and being themselves, they started they behaving anyhow. A mother that...
Now you have to understand that conversation between Nicole and her father. Her father lives Australia. He's a medical doctor. He lives Australia. The mother is a nurse in Trinidad. And she wanted to go up and meet her father. And because of bacchanal with her mother and continued that stress she was under, she was thrown out. A lot of things happened, and other siblings complained about being treated like that. And the father was telling, she said, well, Dad, let me go to Tobago now. So while I'm in Tobago, by the time my papers will come through, and I'll come to Australia and meet you all. And here he's appealing to her. They can't do that. Go ahead.
A mother that the first child of her father, in the brochure when they buried the father, your names are not there. She didn't put any of your names. Chidera went down and saw herself. Chidera was there. Chidera said, oh, I'm spending a couple of days there. When she went there, she was even begging them to run away, to come back to our place. Yes. Your mother could not even come to greet my parents, to say welcome. You understand what I mean? Even Chidera them couldn't say anything upon the money and everything they sent to them. So you have to be very, very careful. Make sure you keep your passport safe. Passport safe. If that woman takes your passport, you are finished. Because she can do anything to destroy you now. You understand? So I just don't know, but I know that why she's doing this is to hurt me, because that's what she's been doing. That's her tactics. So she do anything to anybody just to hurt me. So that's okay. But you just have to pray hard. I don't know how to do it again, but I've been begging the lawyers to keep in touch with the immigration people. Hopefully, if this thing comes out this time, you just go for the test. If you go for the test, you can fly to England, because once you go for the test, they'll bring out the result. And you don't need to anything again, because the only thing we need is for you to do the test there. Nicholas is happy for you to come to stay by them. Once you're there and everything works, then I'll come down to England and pick you up. All right? So if she wants to stay with that's her business. And I am so shocked, because I call these other people, they don't talk to you. I didn't even know that. So don't worry about that. By Friday, I'll take care of you. Her going to Nigeria was because of the people she said they shouldn't come here. They make enough money. They have 2 cars. Everybody has a comfortable living, have their own house, place to stay and stuff. All of them take care of themselves and send money to her. Going to Nigeria was my own children that got this money from Australia. The people she said they shouldn't come, and gave it to her to go. Out of their own money they make. If they
A conversation now on my fan page. And that's a conversation between Nicole before she died. She had a conversation with her father